Well, protesters were kicked out of a meeting tonight involving a discussion about the new plastics plant in Portland. Not even 5 minutes into the meeting, the protesters were escorted out by police after they started chanting and wouldn't stop. Many are concerned about the plant's impact on the environment. Our Seth Kovar was at the meeting and joins us now in the studio. And Seth, tonight was their last chance to speak their minds.
Yeah, the comment period is now closed for the air quality permit for the ship terminal that will allow the single-use plastics plants to export the liquids it makes. The plant itself got that permit back in June and actually broke ground just last week, you may remember. It's another step forward for the plants, but it came with some pushback.
People over profit! People over profit! People over profit! People over profit!
Protesters didn't take long to make their feelings known tonight. Shortly after the meeting began, police led them out when they wouldn't stop chanting. We got to talk to them beforehand.
We're here to basically make our voices known and stand up in solidarity against private interests and asking them to take into consideration the public's needs.
Isabel Ariza says those needs include a healthy environment, which she thinks the new plastics plant, now under construction in Portland, threatens. People with similar mindsets spoke out against Gulf Coast Growth Ventures, GCGV, receiving an air quality permit for the ship terminal they're building in conjunction with their plant.
Without it, we've got half a plant.
Paul Fritsch is site manager for GCGV, a partnership between Exxon and a Saudi Arabian company. He says the terminal, less than 5 miles away, will be connected to the plant by a pipeline. All liquid products, half of what will be made there, will flow to ships for export. But with all those ships and chemicals, the terminal needs an air quality permit. It was the subject of tonight's meeting in which Fritsch had a message.
My message is that the facilities that we've designed here, I've got complete confidence in the way they're designed and their ability to control the emissions.
Whether the terminal gets the permit is now up to the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, who Ariza has a message of her own for.
We love our community. We don't want to see it threatened.
Now, I also talked to the TCEQ tonight because the air permit in question is considered minor and no one filed a so-called request for contested case hearing. The agency's executive director will be the one to decide whether or not to approve the permits. If approved, protesters would then have to file a motion to overturn with TCEQ commissioners if they want to continue the fights. Paulo?
All right, Seth Kovar joining us in the studio. Well, the plant will make plastics and plastic making materials. It's scheduled to be up and running by the year 2022.